Hey guys, Phoenix Cat here, and fact, when I say fact, I really just mean in my opinion, and is an opinion supported by probably the majority of people, not actual, fact, because there's not, I could just say a bunch of science things at you, but I don't know, that would be very interesting, because then I'd have to research stuff, and not just pull it off the top of my head, so, it is what it is. So, in today's drawing, and by today's drawing I mean, the October, what, is it 5th drawing? Something like that? Yeah. I drew a tiger, and it was actually inspired by my English homework from, the day, that day or the day before, I don't remember, of when I drew it. Like I said, I was doing these in advance, and I need to set down this pencil before I break it. And I fidget a lot, so I sometimes destroy pencils. Not destroy, but take them apart, and then lead falls out, and it's just a mess. Anyway, inspired by English homework, not because I liked the homework exactly, but just I liked some of the imagery in the poem. I guess it was, I don't remember who wrote it. But anyway, in this poem, there was one of the characters was doing some needlecraft thing, making these tigers, and the narrator described them as prancing tigers, so I was, kind of imagining what that would look like, and I don't think I drew it very well, but, and also just, I grabbed a reference off the internet, so not really on my head, because, I don't know how to draw animals in general, much less a specific I can't draw animals. I'm more so drawing animals than drawing people, because at least people, you can recognize that they're people. Animals, not so much. If I draw an animal, I don't know how many times I've drawn a cat or a dog, and, someone will be like, oh, I'll draw a cat, and they'll be like, oh, that's a nice dog, and I'm like, no, it isn't. Maybe it is a nice dog, but no. Or vice versa, and just, yeah, so, I will say, okay, I had to fidget with the leg a bit, I don't know when that happens, but, it doesn't end up, it's still not that good by the end, but it's considerably better at the end than at the start. I fixed the proportions a lot, it's still flawed. When I ink it, I do some weird stuff, but oh my goodness, inking the stripes with my brush pen was so much fun though, because I don't know, it just was, because I wasn't having to worry about going outside any lines, or making a line that's supposed to be thin, an outline really thick, because it was just it was just the stripes, so they could be whatever, and it was really fun. But that doesn't even happen until later in the video, so you're just what? I also did mess up a lot, or not a lot, but at the end, I drew, for somehow when I was inking the outline, I drew a line down too low, and so a proportion I kind of fixed ends up still looking really weird, I don't know. But I guess I'm not super unhappy with this. It could have been worse. There's a while when I was trying to learn to draw wolves, and I made a lot of attempts at wolves that were far worse than this, and it took really a lot more work to get to this point, mostly because I was being stubborn and not looking at reference, and as soon as I looked at a reference and actually figured out proportions and stuff that, I just improved really quickly. But still, I'm happy with how this turned out in a sort of short-term, I still hope to improve it type of way. One day I'd like to be able to draw tigers better than this, or at least I'm looking at, it's mostly the legs and the paws that bother me. Also, I'm pretty sure the striping on the tail's wrong, but meh. It's mostly the legs and the feet. Did I say the legs and the feet, those, or paws, those bother me. I'm not really good at drawing animal paws or feet or whatever. It's a problem for me because I've tried drawing lizardy type things as well in the past, and definitely a challenge for me that I want to get better at, and to do that I need to look at reference, but I'm very rarely in the mood to look at reference because I'm like, nah, I just want to doodle. I don't want to actually figure out what that thing I'm trying to do looks like. That's like so much work. Yeah. Just general note, if you want to get better at art, use reference. Like not to make finished pieces that you want to sell. Well, use reference for that too actually, but like when you're trying to get better at art, at like drawing a specific thing, it's okay to like draw directly from reference and like actually try and copy the photo, and then as you get better at drawing those specific things, then you can still look at reference for it, but then you're like taking the reference just as general guidelines and like changing the perspective. Or like professional artists, like if they have a pose they want to do, they might look up a reference for the pose, but then it's their character in that pose, because poses aren't really unique things. So like they could just get an actor to do it for them if they wanted, or they can look it on the internet. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's not like really distinct. So like, yeah, don't copy a reference when you're trying to make a finished piece that you want to sell, but like if you want to get good at art, use reference. Like if you want to learn how to draw something specific, and then after you've learned how to draw it well from reference, then you start moving away to drawing it well at different angles but still with reference, and then maybe drawing it without reference. And I don't know, I don't really know. I've actually managed to talk about something art related for 7 minutes. That's, well, I don't know how long my intro was, but does anyone like writing essays? I mean, I'm sure people like writing essays. Yeah, I never finished like my original thought. It was like, I just wanted to say that it wasn't really relevant to this video, but it was kind of relevant to last video, because I realized, I'm pretty sure I said essay writing like in a general way, and I was thinking more English 101 type essay writing, like just this random topic that the teacher came up with, and you just have to go with it and hope the teacher likes what you put. And yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm sure there are people that like it, but I feel like I'm pretty safe in saying most people don't, which is why I was okay with using it as my fact of the video. In case you hadn't noticed, that's just the thing I've decided to do, is put random facts at the start of videos. I might not always do that, but I'll do it for a while. I'll do it until I get people telling me to stop doing it because it's annoying. I don't know if it's that annoying, just random information about that stuff that may be entirely my opinion, but you know, the more you know. And learn something new every day. Sometimes around random people, sometimes about random people on the internet, but still, something new every single day. Nope, I was about to give up a random fact, and then I realized I should not say that. I should write it down in my handy dandy notebook of random facts that I can say that won't be relevant to videos, because why would I say things relevant to the video? I mean, that's so overrated, guys. I don't even, yeah, you can probably hear my book in the background. I'm so professional. I'm not very professional. I lied. Shoot, what was, oh, okay. So, I'm trying to match, like I've already edited the video, and I don't really want to shrink it down shorter, nor do I want it to be particularly longer. So, I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on how long I'm talking, and talk for about the same amount of time as the video, and I think I might be running out of things to say. I probably won't do voiceover on all my videos, because I will run out of things to say, probably. Maybe not, though. I'm really good at rambling. It's like, if rambling was an Olympic sport, then I would be an athlete, I guess. right? Because if it was an Olympic sport, that would mean it was a sport in general, which would mean someone doing it would be an athlete, right? That makes sense to me. I'm not actually writing down this fact. I should write it down, but I don't want to. This commentary is already terrible. I don't know that it could get worse, but I'm also getting close to the end of the video. But yeah, by now I'm probably inking the tiger. I'm not actually watching the video. I'm just like watching the time so that I don't go ridiculously over or ridiculously under. I have about a minute yet left, so I'm assuming I'm inking by now. I can't actually see much in the video. I'm not very good at using the video editing software, but yeah, inking those stripes was a lot of fun. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like my programs are kind of against me making YouTube videos because one of them crashes, or my video program crashes if I try and open the project media stuff, so I have to just drop it straight into the timeline and then edit it from there and like not do anything. And also it won't take stuff in the format that my camera records in, so like I have to convert it first and then put it in and then edit it, and then also my art program was throwing a fit when I was working on the thumbnail, and just I don't know guys, they're trying to get me, but that's not okay. My video's out of time though, so bye.